Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Awini Unity platform. So today I am here to tell you everything you know about the ongoing African World Cup qualification. I'm going to tell you everything you need to know so that you will keep abreast with the information, so that you will go back to the table and check where your country is right now, and for you to imagine where your country will be at the end of the African World Cup qualification after they are done playing. Right now, we have so many good countries that are lagging behind. So many countries like Nigeria, Ghana are sitting third and fourth position in their groups, while the other countries are above them. But they don't really know the implication. There is a very high implication to that, and which I'm going to open our eyes to see today. But before we go further, please, I would like to draw your attention to this particular advertisement. If you have any goods that requires shipping from Europe to any part of the country, being it Africa, being it Asia, anywhere, if you have a need to ship any product, please, Intercorp is the right company for you. Intercorp is the right company for you. If you have a ship and it requires maintenance, please, Intercorp is the right company for you. If you want our services, please just contact them via this number on your screen, or you can also go to their website www.intercorp.es, and I assure you, you are not going to regret it, because their services are seamless, their services are superb, express. There's no regret. Everything goes to where you want on time. There is no complaint. That one is assured. No complaint. So please, Intercorp shipping agency is the best. So thank you for your patience. Now we are going back to our African World Cup qualification, as we have said. Now, before we go full into the details, I would like to give you a short review on the dates that they have set aside for this African World Cup qualification matches to be played. Remember, the World Cup is coming up in 2026. That is when the World Cup is going to be played. So these club African countries now are trying their best to play to see who is going to qualify. But the funniest thing is that countries that are going to qualify are very little. Yes, compared to the number of countries that are playing currently. It's going to surprise you, really. It's going to surprise you, because right now, as I'm talking to you, we have 9 good groups that are formed in Africa playing the qualification right now. 9 solid groups. There's Group A, there's Group B, there's Group C, there's Group D, Group E, Group F, Group G, Group H, Group I. 9, and each group has six countries in it. Group A has 6 countries, Group B has 6 countries, Group C has 6 countries competing for the qualification, down to Group I that I just mentioned, 6 countries as well. Imagine, so 6 countries for each group times the number of groups we have, which is 9. We have 54 countries in total competing to qualify for the World Cup 2026. And some countries that are still playing around with the qualification, thinking they have chance. And the funniest thing is that it is only one country that is going to qualify to the World Cup from each group. Yes, you might seem surprised, but it's the truth. 6 countries is in a particular group, but it's only one that will be eligible to go and play the World Cup 2026. So, which means only the first position passes. The rest are going back home. So imagine you remove the first position from each group. Now that's only 9 countries qualifying out of a total of 54 countries in total that are competing. They're going to choose only 9 countries, and then the rest of the 45 countries are going to be relegated. They're just going to watch the World Cup on the television. They are not going to be there. So is your country really doing well to sit at the first position? You should ask yourself that question. Is your country doing what it takes to qualify to the World Cup coming up 2026? Or are they playing around thinking they still have time? Okay, the group has 60 countries in it, and each country is going to play a total of 10 good matches, home and away matches. Each country is going to play a total of 10 matches home and away. So imagine now, 10 matches home and away, which means 5 at home, 5 away, because they are going to play the rest of the 5 countries that are in that group with them. So you can imagine now, 2 matches has been played already. 2 matches have been played out of the 10. That is remaining only 8. And some countries are having 0 points, some countries are having 1 point out of the 2 matches, some countries are having 2 points, like Nigeria, shamelessly, to be honest, no offense, but it's quite shameless, because a country like Nigeria is having just 2 points out of 2 matches. And yet they are calling themselves the giant of Africa who are willing to go and play the World Cup 2026. How can you do that? When other countries are getting 6 points and are rooting for more in the coming up leg that is coming up. But you are getting 2, some countries are getting 3, like Ghana as well. 3 points out of these 2 matches played. It doesn't really tell well of the reputation of these countries, you know, the caliber of players these countries have, how well they are doing in European football, yet their countries are suffering. It's unfair. Anyway, so before we go right into the details, I'm going to first of all mention the dates of these African World Cup qualification matches that they are going to be playing. Well, the first leg has been played. The first and second leg, pardon, like they have been played, like I said. So the first leg was played from 13th November to 21st November 2023, which is last year, November 2023. That was when the first and second leg was played. So the third and the fourth leg, out of the 10 matches in total, the third and the fourth match is going to be played from 3rd June to 11th June this year, 2024. Which means just next month. It's not far again, just next month. Barely how many days from now, they are going to start playing the third and the fourth leg. From 3rd to 11th June 2024, they are going to play the third and the fourth leg. Some countries did very poorly in the first and second leg. Some countries are unable to even get 1 point from the first and second leg. And the third and the fourth leg is already underway. So there's actually much to play for. And those countries that are at the top, that have done well in the first and second leg, are also looking to even do better to make sure they clinch and secure maximum points possible for them to have an edge over the rest in qualifying for the World Cup 2026. So the fifth and the sixth leg is going to be played 17th to 25th of March, coming up next year, 2025. March next year, 2025, from 17th to 25th, they are going to play the fifth and the sixth leg, while the seventh and the eighth leg is going to be played same 2025 next year, but 1st to 9th of September next year. They are going to play the 7th and the 8th leg. And then the last, which is the 9th and the 10th leg, is going to be played 6th to 14th of October 2025 still. So 6th to 14th of October 2025 is they are going to play the 9th and the 10th leg, which is the final leg. And from then they are going to separate the sheep from the goat. They are going to separate the best from the least. They are going to separate the qualifiers from the relegated. And I pray our countries are among those that are going to qualify. But it's not just about prayer, you know, it's not just about prayer, it's about what? Hard work, dedication, seriousness, because that is what determines if you are going to go into the World Cup 2026 or you are going back home to watch under the television. All right, so that is just the information so far about the dates that they have set aside for the African World Cup Qualification 2026 upcoming. So I've already explained most of these things now. So now we are going to look at the FIFA World Cup qualifications, like appearances. The countries with the highest World Cup appearances. You know, some countries have actually been trying to make sure they are always on the first position to go to the World Cup, and every 4 years. They are also making sure they are trying their best to make sure that they appear in the World Cup every 4 years. But though there are some times they will, you know, lapses will appear and then they will be unable to qualify. But at least some countries have really tried to appear in most of the World Cup qualifications in Africa. Now, the first country with the highest World Cup appearance is Cameroon. Cameroon is the country with the highest World Cup appearance in Africa, because they have 8 appearances in total. Remember, World Cup is every 4 years. 4 good years. So 4 good years now, 4 times 8, you can imagine, that is 32 years. 32 years. Remove 32 years, are you even up to 30? Most of us are not up to 20. So you see, so it's not really easy. They really tried. 8 good appearance. 8 good appearance. So the next on the list is Morocco with 6 appearances. The third followed by Nigeria with 6 appearances as well. Tunisia with 6 appearances, and then Ghana with 4 appearances, and then Algeria with also 4, and then followed by Senegal with 3. Wow, I'm surprised. Senegal, Mali, 3? Oh, okay, all right, 3. So South Africa with 3 as well, okay. Cote d'Ivoire with 3. Don't forget, South Africa had an automatic qualification for World Cup 2010, right? I think, yeah. They gave them because it was played in South Africa. So I wouldn't, if I want to count it, I might even remove that one and say it's 2. But nah, let's not be partial anyway. It's 3 because they qualified and they played, right? Yeah, so it's 3. So Cote d'Ivoire also 3, Ivory Coast. Okay, so DR Congo 1, Angola 1, then Togo 1. I think that's all. The rest of the countries have never been to World Cup before. Can you imagine? So every country is looking to make sure that they go to that World Cup by all means necessary. They are doing their best. They don't mind if they will die on the pitch to make sure that they see themselves in that glorious field 2026. But some of these countries that are already used to the World Cup matches, they are used to the World Cup ceremony, they are used to the World Cup tension, they are still not working hard to qualify. They are playing around, while other countries that have not been to World Cup before are really trying their best. And even others that have been to the World Cup are doing their best to make sure they appear there again. So let's quickly, without wasting much of our time, sweep into the group stages and see how the group is like for the upcoming 2026 World Cup. See which country is trying their best to sit at the top and qualify, and see which country is really playing with their chances, not really realizing that time is of the essence. Time is not on their side. You know, when it gets to 5th to 6th matches or maybe 7th match, that's when they will open their eyes and start looking for points and start doing do or die affairs. By then, it might even be too late. You know, it is too late to cry when the head is cut off. You know, the earlier you prepare, the better you get results. That's just the fact. So, Group A now, let's move swiftly. The first position in Group A is Egypt with 6 points. You see, Egypt, they did not play with any of their matches. They won the two matches without stress. Sharp, sharp, pam, pam. They are on top of the table with 6 points. The second position is Burkina Faso with 4 points. The third position is Guinea-Bissau with 4 points. And then the 5th position is Sierra Leone with just 1 point. And Ethiopia 1 point. Then Djibouti with just 0 points. Okay, those countries are not really inclined with football, but let's see what will happen in the 3rd and 4th leg coming up from 3rd of June. So, Group B now. Group B, the first position is Senegal. Senegal are sitting first with 4 points, followed by Sudan with 4 points as well. Then followed by Congo with 3 points, followed by Togo with 2 points, and then Mauritania with 1 point, and then last is South Sudan with also 1 point, sitting on the 6th position. Okay, so Group C now is the first position goes to be first position is Rwanda with 4 points. Can you imagine? Rwanda is topping Nigeria. Funny. Okay, first position is Rwanda with 4 points. Second position is South Africa with 3 points. And then the third position is Nigeria with 2 points. Nigeria with all their strikers, all their midfielders, all their defenders, the reputation they have, calling themselves the Giant of Africa, sitting third position with just 2 points out of 2 matches. It's really a shameful thing, and I pray and I believe that maybe they might do their best in the upcoming matches. If they don't do their best, definitely they'll see themselves sitting below and they will be relegated and watch the World Cup again like they did last time, on television. It's not going to be funny though, but really it's the fate of things right now as we have seen it if they don't add more seriousness to it. So, third position, Nigeria with 2 points. Then the fourth position is just a moment. Fourth position is Lesotho with 2 points, and then the fifth position is Zimbabwe with 2 points as well, and the last position is Benin with 1 point. So we go to Group D now. Group D, the first position is Cameroon with 4 points. Second position goes to Cape Verde with 4 points. The third position goes to Libya with 4 points as well. So 3 countries with 4 points sitting at the, you can imagine the dragging. This is what we call competition. Nobody wants to grieve for anybody, just like they say in Nigeria. Nobody wants to grieve for anybody. Everybody wants to qualify. 4.3, they don't even want to play. But other countries are there playing. They don't really know the repercussion. When it's time, they would understand the dangers of playing at the early stage of World Cup qualifying matches. So the third position, like I said, is Libya with 4 points. Then the fourth position is Angola with 2 points. And then the fifth position is Mauritius with 5 points, with 1 point, fifth position, Mauritius with 1 point. And then the last, which is Eswatini with 0.6 position. So Group E now. The first position on Group E is Morocco with 3 points. Yes, Morocco is on first with 3 points because they played only 1 match and then something happened and they couldn't play the rest of their matches during that time period, so they had to postpone it. But the 1 match they played, they won, and that's why they're sitting on the first position with 1 match in hand to play. while the second position on that very group is Zambia with 3 points as well, and then the third position on the group is Niger Republic with 3 points. The fourth position is Tanzania with 3 points. The fifth position is Congo, while the sixth position is Eritrea. Wow. Okay, so Group F now. Group F, the first position is Cote d'Ivoire with 6 points. No play. Cha-cha. They won all the 2 matches without stress. That is the spirit of the country that you know that wants to appear in the World Cup. The second position is Gabon. Gabon too, when they are 2 matches with 6 points, sitting on the second position, just a goal difference. Cha-cha, no time. That's the spirit, you know. That's what it takes for you to go to the World Cup. That's what it takes. Is your country doing the same? It's time for you to ask yourself that question. If they are not doing the same, what do you think is the problem? They need to put more seriousness. That's, if you ask me, really, they need to put more seriousness. This country that are getting 6 points out of their group, they don't have 3 heads, you know. It's not as if they go and do champ, to qualify. No, it is out of the seriousness. It is out of commitment, determination, you know. That's what gives results, really. And I'm really proud of these countries, and I wish my country is there looking at what other countries are doing and then trying to amend their ways also and put more seriousness, because everybody will want to see his or her country participating in the World Cup. So the third position now is Rwanda with 3 points. The fourth position is Burundi with 3 points. Then the fifth position is Gambia with 0 points. Can you imagine? Gambia with 0 points. And then the sixth position is Seychelles with 0 points. Others are having 0 points, others are having 6 points. How do you think they are going to catch up? Well, it's not impossible, but it's going to be very difficult, you know. So Group G now. Group G, the first position is Algeria, 6 points. They won their 2 matches, cha-cha, no time. That's the seriousness of the country. So the second position now goes to... Okay, second position goes to Botswana, with 3 points. The third position goes to Guinea with 3 points. The fourth position goes to Uganda with 3 points as well. The fifth position goes to Mozambique with 3 points. Wow! From second to fifth position, 3 points. You see how they are dragging it. Just Algeria with 6 points. They want to overthrow Algeria to go there. But the other countries are playing. They don't really know what's at stake, if you ask me, really. But other countries are really struggling, and I'm proud of those countries, and I hope and I pray that they actually meet up their expectation and qualify, because once you put seriousness, definitely result is going to be on your side. So okay, so the sixth and the last position on that group is Somalia with 0 points. Anyway, that's how it is. So Group H now, the first position on Group H is Tunisia with 6 points. They won their 2 matches. Cha-cha, no play. That is where you know serious countries, really. Tunisia 6 points. Equatorial Guinea second, 6 points. 2 matches. Cha-cha, no time. They cleared everything. They are very serious to go there. They're very serious, and I'm proud of them. So the third position is Namibia with 3 points. The fourth position is Malawi with 3 points as well. Then the fifth position is Liberia with 0 points, and then the sixth position is Sao Tome with also 0 points. Okay, so the last group, which is Group I, which is the 9th group, is the first position goes to Comoros. Comoros won all their 2 matches. Cha-cha, no play, sitting at the top of the group. You can see. Sorry, just a moment. Yes. Comoros won their matches 6 without play. And then the second position goes to Mali with 4 points. And third position goes to Ghana. You can see now. Ghana are sitting third position with... Sorry, the third position is not even Ghana. Madagascar, third position. Ghana is 4, my brother. 4. Look at. Comoros is sitting on top. Mali is sitting on top. Madagascar is sitting on top, then followed by Ghana. Ghana is 4th position. And only the first is going to qualify. Only the first position is going to qualify. Ghana is sitting 4th. How do you see it? How do you see the future of the World Cup qualification for Ghana? Do you think the players are really trying? Do you think they are putting their best possible efforts to be there? Do you think they want to make the fans, the citizens proud? How do you see their performances? Because they only lost 1 match and they only won 1. Can you imagine? While others are winning the 2 matches straight, and you need to be at the top, which means every match matters. Every single match is like a war, because you need to win it for you to be there. Because only the first position goes there. Other countries understand, they realize this fact, and that is why they struggle their way through it. But other countries are playing, they don't even care. They are just doing what they want to do because they have other priorities. I think in the European countries, that's why they don't really prioritize their African and native countries. If not, it's sad. Honestly, it's sad. It's very demoralizing. I am not happy about this. I just hope and pray that this third and fourth leg coming up from the 3rd of June, they are going to really put in their best to fight for those 6 points and add. Because if Ghana are able to win the 2 matches coming up and they add it to this 3 points, it's going to be 9 points. And any country that slips down, they will climb. You see? But if they are unable to and they still get another 3 points or maybe lower, they are going nowhere, my brother. Because other countries will definitely go higher. And next match is not as if the other countries are going to play. They are going to do their best too. So you see? That is why seriousness is of the essence. Determination is of the essence. Please, I want the Ghanaian players to understand that and then put their efforts to make the citizens proud, because it's not easy. It's not easy for the citizens. It's not easy on the citizens. They want to be happy. They want to see results. That's why they are rooting for their country. And that is why you owe to give them that. Yes, you owe them that. Okay, so without wasting much of our time, that is the group stage matches that we've just had. So you can imagine now, out of all these things I mentioned, all these countries I mentioned under Africa, only 9 are qualifying. Maybe 10, there's a possibility of 10 qualifying, but that one country that is going to be added to the 9 already on the first position that are automatically qualifying. That one club is going to be chosen from like the best four runner-ups. Okay, what I mean is that the first position in each of these groups are going straight into the World Cup. So those on the second position now, they are going to choose 4 out of all the second position in the group, the 4 best. Maybe those ones that have the same point to the first position but only goal difference. Or maybe those ones that have only maybe just 1 point difference between them and the first position. They're going to look for those type of ones that are very close to qualifying. They're going to choose 4 of them. And you know what's going to happen? Those 4 that they choose are going to play match against themselves. So the 4 now, these are the 4 now. These are the 4. Sorry, these are the 4. They're going to separate the 4 into 2-2. See it? 2-2. They're going to play match against themselves. If they play match against themselves, one will just one leg. If they draw, they are going into penalties. Yes. So one must come out as the victor among these 2, as the winner. So if one eliminates the other, they are going to remain 1-1 team. Then the 1-1 team are still going to come and meet together to play matches. And if they come and meet and they're playing the matches together, only one is going to emerge as the winner. One leg, like a final. So if that one emerges as the winner, guess what? He's going to the World Cup? No, he's not going to the World Cup. This is one country that emerged as a winner out of those 4 best second positions that they've chosen from each group, from those groups. They are going to keep that one. It is that one now, that one country from Africa that will go and play the World Cup playoff. And that playoff is going to also contain 6 countries. 6 countries from other continents are playing the World Cup playoff, as well as that one country that are qualified from Africa. And those 6 countries now, 2 we are going to get 2 from North and Central America. 2 countries are coming from North and Central America. 1 country is coming out from South America. 1 country is coming out from Asia. And another country is coming out from all these OFC countries like Tahiti, New Zealand, etc. 1 country is coming out from that continent as well, even Australia. So when 1 country comes out from there, then they are going to merge together and then play the World Cup playoff. And the person that comes out as the winner from all those countries I have mentioned, from all those number of 6 teams they have accumulated for the playoff in total from different continents, the one winner is the one that is going to join them in the World Cup. So you see how difficult it is if your country is unable to make the first position. You will need to play a semi-final with the best runner-up countries in Africa. After you play and you win, you are going to play a final with the winner of the other group. After you play the final, then you are still coming out to play other countries from different continents that have already made it as well. Before, if you beat all of them and you are able to scale through to be the best out of those countries. That's when you go and join the rest that are first position on your group already, that are there already resting, waiting to play the World Cup match. That's when you go and join them. So you can imagine the stress you will go through. You can imagine the headache you will go through. You can imagine the pressure you are going through. And all these things can be avoided if only your country sits on the first position on the group stage. And there's no time. 2 matches have been played, 8 more to go. 2 matches are also coming up from 3rd of June, the next month. And I hope and pray that your club really meets expectation, because it's not going to be funny. You know what it means when you see other African countries playing World Cup and your country is not there. It's even more painful when your country has the capacity, has the audacity to go there, but they refused and they just did anyhow performance and they just play around the qualification and find themselves not qualified. It's going to be painful, because let's take Nigeria for example. Take Ghana for example. Their players are top stars, doing very well. Victor Osimhen from Nigeria. You know the level he has in the European competition. Not talking about Ademola Lookman from Atlanta. Not talking about Victor Boniface from Bayer Leverkusen, unbeaten until now. They took Bundesliga. They have the capacity to even carry an unbeaten treble. Victor Boniface has been one of the key players spearheading that victory. But yet, look at what's happening in the country, in his own country. They are just getting 2 points out of 6 matches, 2 points out of 2 matches, out of 6 possible points, which is very bad, to be honest. It's very demoralizing. It's not good at all. It's not encouraging. Yes, to the players, it's not encouraging. To the fans, it's not encouraging. Even to the public at large, it's not encouraging. Take Ghana, for example. They have good, Inaki Williams is there, playing very good football in Atletico Bilbao. Mohamed Kudus from West Ham, doing very well in the English Premier League. He playing very good football. Even in the Europa League, he did his best and they tried to go to a reasonable point before they were eliminated. This kind of players we have are players that have names for themselves. And they are players that are supposed to make impact in their various countries. But what do we see? We see so many discouraging efforts and disappointing plays from them. They are not really doing to make us proud. They are not doing enough to make us proud. I know they are trying. I am not saying they are not doing that. They are doing their best. They are trying. But they need to try harder. Because that try they are trying is not good enough. It's not taking us to where we want to be. And that is why they need to put more effort. They need to re-strategize in order for us to make it to the top. And for every country that is worthy and willing to qualify, they need to put in their best. And I pray and I hope and believe that you that is watching us today in the Awini Unity platform, your countries does their best and they make you proud to see themselves in the 2026 World Cup. So thank you very much and have a lovely day.